What's going on, guys? Thrash back here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new video where today I'm counting down my top 5 legends I want in NHL 22. We have a massive list of alumni in NHL 21. There's a lot of names missing still. So obviously, I can't just pick everyone. I can't just say I want every legend ever. There you go. Problems. And the video doesn't work like that. So I chose my top 5, however, obviously there will be players missing from this list. Let me know down below, guys who are not in this video, who you want to see in the game. There's a lot of them. There's a big one that I'm thinking of right now. I should probably just make an honorable mention before I get yelled at, but I'm not going to do it. I'm gonna wait and see what the comments say, and maybe I'll do a part 2 of this and definitely feature that specific player. But regardless, I'm doing my top 5. These are 5 players who I want to see, not just in HUT, but in NHL in general. There are a lot of things and a lot of variables when it comes to getting these guys into the game. One, they have to be a part of the Alumni Association. You have to give over their rights, blah, blah, blah. And odds are some of these players may never be seen. It's not really up to us, unfortunately. EA, I hope you get the rights for these guys. Let's go ahead and start it off with number 1, Mike Bossy. One of the greatest goal scorers of all time. We've had him in Hockey Ultimate Team and in NHL in the past, but when they moved over to the Alumni Association, he was not a part of that move, and he was scrapped. I want to see this guy back in the game. The guy scored 573 goals in 752 games, legitimately over 1,100 points in 700 games. That is absolutely ridiculous. Unfortunately, career cut short due to injury, but the guy was absolutely insane. His shot percentage was 21.2 on average for his career. That is just ridiculous. And the only season where he didn't score at least 50 goals was his final season, where he scored 38 in 63 games. He still had over a point per game that season. He just, oh god. Mike Bossy is so underrated. I would love to see him in here. He does have a Conn Smythe. He won the Calder. He has 3 Lady Bings, and he won 4 Stanley Cups playing for the New York Islanders. EA, let's get Mike Bossy in NHL 22. Next up, we've got Sergei Fedorov, one of my favorite players of all time. I remember watching him play as a kid and absolutely love this guy. Obviously, I'm a biased Wings fan. It is what it is. Deal with it. But Sergei Fedorov needs to be in the game. He's probably, I want to say, the greatest Russian of all time, but we'll throw him in the top 3 just so that way there's not some massive debate in the comments where I get my head thrown into a wood chipper or something. You know, let's just relax on that, and we'll just say Sergei Fedorov, one of the greatest. Honestly, I love Sergei Fedorov. The guy, okay, I don't remember ever seeing him in a recent NHL. It's been a long time since Sergei Fedorov's been. Has he ever been in the alumni, like, section of NHL? Maybe a long time ago? I don't remember ever seeing him in. It's time. We need Sergei Fedorov. In 1,248 games, he had 1,179 points. The guy was dynamic. He played, I'd say, what, 90% of his career on Detroit. Before moving on to Anaheim, he played in Columbus, and he played for Washington. Now, he didn't have any, like, ridiculous season. His best season was in 1993-1994 with 120 points, but a very well-rounded player. And obviously, I mean, look at the point totals, nearly a point per game over a 18, 19-year career. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. He won 2 Selkies, he won a Ted Lindsay, he won a Hart, and of course, he won 3 Stanley Cups with my Detroit Red Wings. Sergei Fedorov in NHL 22. Please make it happen. All right, in number 3, speaking of Russians, the Russian Rocket, Pavel Bure. I don't know anyone who doesn't want to see Pavel Bure back in NHL. Literally everyone's favorite HUT card was Pavel Bure. And now he's just not in the game. It's been a few years. We got to bring him back. He had over a point per game in his career. Only played 702 games, but still put up 779 points. Guy was a machine for Vancouver, Florida, and the Rangers. A lot of people don't remember. He played 2 short seasons with the Rangers, about 51 games. Didn't do too much. He still had a point per game. His final 2 years, he still had a point per game playing for the Rangers. The guy was nuts. Unfortunately, again, injuries cutting that career short. But, man, he was just absolutely dynamic, and I would love to see him back in NHL, where he belongs, let's be real. His best season was in 1992-1993, putting up 110 points. He had back-to-back 60-goal seasons then. The guy was insane. Now, he had not a lot of personal awards or team rewards. He had the Calder Memorial, of course, and he had the 2 Maurice Rocket Richard. That's insane to me. That when he scored those 60 goals, neither of those seasons when he scored 60 goals, did he win the Maurice Richard trophy. That's nuts for me. Regardless, Pavel Bure is going to be back in NHL ASAP. EA, please, for the love of God, everyone wants the Russian Rocket back. Moving on to number 4, Bobby Orr. I had to make him number 4. I had to do it. I had to. I was going to make him the first one on here, but I couldn't do it. I had to make him number 4. Bobby Orr, the greatest defenseman of all time, and this is coming from a Wings fan who Nicklas Lidstrom is the greatest defenseman of all time. No, it's Bobby Orr. And there's a big debate, and I love Nick Lidstrom, but just Bobby Orr, looking at his career, it's just insane. Bobby Orr, as a defenseman, put up 915 points in 657 games. That is ridiculous. He had 6 straight 100-plus point seasons. Jeez. Just looking at his stats, man. Like, I'm blown away looking at them, and I've already looked at them. Absolutely nuts. Bobby Orr for the Boston Bruins, and he played 2 years with the Chicago Blackhawks. Again, something that a lot of people don't remember. Chicago Blackhawks did have Bobby Orr for 2 seasons, where he played 26 games. In those 26 games, he still had 27 points. He still had more than a point per game. Bobby Orr, man. Bobby Orr. I would love to see him in the game. Obviously, this is one that likely may never happen, which is unfortunate. I would obviously love to see it happen, but it's just... it comes down to getting the rights of these players, you know? Bobby Orr had... this is crazy to me. He had 2 Art Rosses. That's just nuts. He had a Ted Lindsay. He had the Lester Patrick. He won 8 Norris trophies. He had 3 Harts, 2 Conn Smythes, a Calder, and he won 2 Stanley Cups with the Boston Bruins. If he had... legitimately, I'm on the NHL website right now, and the bio is, we will never know what Bobby Orr could have done on a pair of good knees. If his career lasted 5 more years, and he was playing at his peak, who knows what these totals would have been and how good he really, truly could have been. Bobby Orr still the greatest defenseman of all time, in my eyes. I mean, obviously, we're going to debate that, but I love Nick Lidstrom. But no, it's got to be Bobby Orr. Bobby Orr here. EA, this isn't even on EA. This is just, we need to make this happen one day, but I just don't know if it'll ever happen. And finally, my favorite goalie of all time, it's Dominik Hasek. How is Dominik Hasek not in this game? How is Dominik Hasek the Dominator? How is he not in NHL? He was in NHL for a bit there, and now he's just gone again. Dominik Hasek, my favorite goalie of all time. I have a signed photo of him sitting next to me here. I love the Dominator. And yes, I'm a biased Wings fan. Whatever. Dominik Hasek, in 735 games, put up a 2.20 goals against and a 922 save percentage. Dominik Hasek, the most unorthodox goalie you'll see out there with these kind of numbers. It's just nuts. He had over 20,000 saves in his career. Played 735 games, had 81 shutouts. Just watching him play is so much fun, too. If you go back and watch Dominik Hasek highlights on YouTube, it's just so much fun. Dominik Hasek, man. Playing for Chicago, Buffalo, Detroit, and of course, don't forget about that one season in Ottawa. Now, Dominik Hasek won 6 Vezina trophies, 2 Ted Lindsays, 3 Jennings trophies, 2 Harts, and he won 2 Stanley Cups, both with the Detroit Red Wings. Dominik Hasek, for the love of God, be in NHL 22. If we could get any of these guys, if we could get Dominik Hasek and Pavel Bure and all these guys, oh, God, life would be so grand. I'd be so happy. But, you know, it's not up to us, right? It's up to EA, and it's up to the players, really, getting their rights. And unfortunately, for some of these guys, we may never see them in NHL. Guys, that is going to do it for this video, though. Let me know down below who I missed, Paul Kariya. Let me know, though. There's other players, Vincent LeCavalier, Daniel Alfredson, Roberto Luongo. There's so many players who I could throw in here. These are the top 5 I want. But you guys, give me a list down below of the players you want to see, and maybe I'll do a part 2, depending on how this one does. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like on it, and if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay frosty.